let's go into the platform and take a look how this is done. So here you'll see that we are now in the traffic acquisition report, specifically narrowed down to the session reports. So let's go ahead and try to do that with a filter in this report. Simply click on Add Filter. And in Add Filter, under Dimension, what you want to search for is sources. And specifically, we want session source. And in the session source, we'll choose the match type, and what we'll use is matches regex. And we'll use the pattern that we have. And I will simply paste in that pattern for the inclusion and simply click on Apply. Once we do Apply, you'll see that this list got shorter. Now, to see the specific sources, we could always click on the plus sign here to add it as a secondary dimension. I'll simply search for source, and I'll search for the session scope source. And you'll see now that you have ChatGPT, which interestingly comes in different channels for some reason, but you'll have all your AI channels here, and you're now looking at the traffic and other metrics over here that was coming from the AI platforms. So if you recall this slide where we have regex rules for including patterns and regex rules for including and excluding. Now, I did say that the latter is more accurate, where you could have an exclusion. But I did also mention earlier that sometimes the exclusion is not available. Now, let's go ahead and go back to Google Analytics and take a look at this situation. So here is Google Analytics. We already created a filter for including. Now, there is no second box here for exclusion, but you could add another condition. Let's try adding another condition, and I'm going to search for session source. And you'll notice that I don't have the capability to choose the exact same dimension anymore. I have source medium, but that's different. That has a medium in it. And the medium is inconsistent, as we've seen. Even channels and mediums are inconsistent. But I truly want session source only to exclude, and that exclusion is not available. Because of that, that is where we're going to primarily rely on just the inclusion formula here on top. If the exclusion is not available, don't use this inclusion. Use the one on top, because it has several rules that will not include common words that contain the letters AI, like air, aid, and things like that. Aim will not be included.